Well, good morning, boys. Look at this, the skill rebalance. I told you guys it was coming. They have done this twice, 3 times now, where they do the ban list and then they do a skill rebalance afterwards. I think it's just the new norm. You know, they I don't know why. Maybe they're still deliberating what skills need to be changed. Maybe they're looking at additional data. You know, they put a limit 2 on Black Rose, on Mechlord, on whatever, and see if they need to adjust it even further. Beyond then, that's really all I can think of. It's whatever. It's before the new world. Really, really good idea to hit. I don't know what's on here, but I can assume what's on here. Has to be Black Rose, has to be Mechlord. The rest are kind of whatever, I think. Heroes, they're still fine, but I don't think they're going to be overpowering to the point where Vrains is useless or anything. So let's get into the skill rebalancing. Let's see what they decided to change about the skill rebalance. Swing into action, Pendulum Summon. We're strengthening this skill to make it easier to Pendulum. Unstoppable Trains. We're strengthening some character-exclusive skills to make them easier to use. That's pretty exciting. Spell of Roses. The skill is given a harder activation condition to reduce the high endurance of Rose Dragon decks. Yes! Give it an activation condition because the recycle value of just getting whatever Rose Dragon you need to get cards back is insane for a deck that blows up the board constantly. And Mechlord Refinement. The skill is given a harder activation condition to reduce the high consistency of Mechlord decks. We'll see if this actually kills them. Let's see. Updated skills. All right, so Pendulum Summon. At the beginning of the duel, add Pendulum Zones to your field. The following effect can be used once per turn. If you have a face-up Pendulum in your extra deck, select one monster you control in the extra monster zone and move it to your main monster zone in the same column. Very, very interesting, because this is going to allow, because Pendulums, when they summon, they're going to summon to the extra monster zone from their extra deck, so then they can move it into their monster zone for additional plays. That's actually going to be a super interesting skill. I'll love to see what Pendulums end up doing if links are any good for Pendulums, but pretty excited to see that. Unstoppable Train. During this turn, you can normal summon set. Set was... Could you always set before? You could normal summon set. Yeah, you could. Level 10 Earth Machine without tribute. Monster effects of monsters you have normal summon set during this turn will be negated. This skill will only activate if you begin the duel with a deck, excluding extra deck that has at least 10 Earth Machines with 1800 or higher. Can only be used twice per duel. Okay, so they're taking away some of the restrictions here. And it looks like it was only once per... No, twice per duel. Yeah, so just a little bit of restrictions. Cool. Looks good. Spell of Roses. Send one Rose Dragon monster, Witch of the Black, blah, blah, blah. Then add one Rose Dragon monster from your deck to your hand. Then you can add one Rose Fairy from outside your deck to the top or bottom of your deck. On the turn you use this skill, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except Synchro Monsters. This skill can only be used if you begin the duel with a deck excluding extra deck that contains a total of at least 10 Tuner or Rose Dragon monster. This skill can only be used once per duel. So they're taking away the twice per duel. That's gone. Now you have to use it only once. So pretty exciting. Yeah, I mean, do I think this kills Rose Dragon? Man, I mean, the synchro summon there, I was thinking maybe they were going to put like a life point cost to it, but it doesn't really seem like anything else unless I missed something. Add one Rose Dragon from your deck to your hand, then add Rose to... yeah, no, that just looks like it's just that. Just the once per turn. Yeah, I mean, they still have access to Rose of Dragon, but now they're going to be using it to set up their board rather than to you know, recover, which I guess is a pretty good push. We'll have to see how Mechlord's kind of swap up as well. The effect of this skill will change based on the turn you activate. Send one Mechlord in your hand to the grave, then add the following card to the hand. Turn 1 to 2, one Mechlord spell Trap. Turn 3 onward, Mechlord, one Mechlord card in the deck, or one Mechlord Astro the Eradicator from outside the deck. The skill can be used if you didn't duel, excluding the extra deck, with at least half of the cards are Mechlord cards. Interesting. I don't think they've ever used the word half before, so that means even if you go above 20 and not containing monsters other than Mechlord cards, the skill can only be used once per duel. That also is a way to take away the twice per duel. That's what it always used to say, half the cards in the deck. That's pretty interesting. I admit I've never read the Mechlord skill in depth, but there you go. Yeah, so it looks like they're just changing the twice per duel into once per duel. Do I think that's enough to outright kill the decks? I don't know if this will kill the decks because we don't honestly know what the meta is going to shape up. Obviously, there are a lot of not as powerful, like Mechlord and Black Rose are the two that's kind of been making the finals a lot. Mechlord has been the overwhelming in top 8, but Rose Dragon is still making finals, even if it is at a reduced rate than what, you know, they're used to. And we're just gonna have to see how, you know, this interacts with what will become the new top decks, right? There are a lot of question marks. We've had Metal Foes win tournaments. We've had Warrocks win tournaments. We've had Heroes. Heroes, for how nerfed they have been, are still winning tournaments. They're still doing well in GG Tours and stuff. So, you know, it's one of those things where I don't want to jump the gun and say this is meta, this is meta, this is meta, this is dead, that's whatever, until the new world comes out. The new world is literally around the corner in a few days, literally tomorrow actually, from when this video goes up. So there you go. You guys leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think Rose Dragon's dead? Do you think Mechlords are dead? Do you think this is a positive change? I actually do like, now that I'm thinking about it, I do like that they changed it to once per turn rather than just straight up give them, like, you have to lose 1,000 life points. Because that at least then they have a chance to remain in the metagame, right? Instead of just completely being dead outright. So you guys let me know down in the comments right down below. Do you think this is enough to stop the recyclation power? Or do they need to hit them even harder so that they can't even set up to begin with? Are you more mad about the Yazi setup or the Black Rose recovery after they, you know, nuke your board or whatever? Let me know down in the comments below. I love you all so very much. Until the next video, peace out, boys.